2020 was a year that no one was expecting. It was a pretty rough year for a lot of us, but 2021 is a fresh start. It is a year we can finally make that personal transformation that we've been putting off for so long. It's a time where we can finish the old chapter and start writing a new chapter, a better chapter, one where we achieve incredible things, where we strive for and obtain phenomenal grades. And it will take belief, and it will take willpower, and it will take determination. And that negative energy that much of 2020 has brought us, if you allow it to enter your body and stay there, the longer it stays there, it will be the demise of your willpower, the demise of your beliefs, the demise of your grades. If you focus on the negative so much, then you start to believe them. You become what you believe. If you focus on the positive things in life, the direction of your grades will follow. When negativity starts to consume you, stop yourself in your tracks. Remember the name of the titans that did something great, the common man who overcame the odds and did the impossible. Like Elon Musk, who built a $33 billion space exploration company and a $100 billion electric car manufacturer from nothing. Now, in 2021, it's your turn, and it needs to begin right now. And I have just uploaded a video on my second channel giving you step-by-step instructions on how exactly to make 2021 the best year of your life. You can watch it by clicking on the pop-out banner above, and I'll put a link in the description too, because that spark is in every single one of us. It's a seed that's planted at birth inside every single one of us, and most people will never see that seed blossom into anything. 99% of people won't even know it's there. They will never nurture it, they will never feed it, it will stay buried. And it's the difficult periods in your life that can make that seed blossom or not. Everyone has those periods in life where we feel weak, we feel like we've had enough. But it's what you do then, it's what you do when you're in your darkest hours that decides whether the seed will blossom. Because most people at this point, they quit. When the going gets tough, they quit. They blame other people for their misfortunes, they blame their circumstances for their poor grades, they blame their lack of talent or their genes or their lack of time, and so the seed stays buried. Les Brown put it perfectly. That's what life is about, stretching and challenging, looking for ways that you can begin to improve yourself. But not only is it important that you believe and begin to know that it's possible for you to live your dreams as you run towards it, but it's necessary that you work on yourself, that you develop yourself. It's necessary that you get the energy drainers out of your life, the negative people that are dragging you down, the people asking you why you're working so hard, why you're studying so hard, why you're focused on that one specific thing. People that don't want anything, people who are not striving, people that are not challenging themselves, people that have stopped growing. People that have stopped dreaming. It's necessary to get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. And there will be obstacles thrown at you just like there were throughout the entire year of 2020. You will go through disappointments and setbacks and losses. Pain is a part of life. It's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to think, why is this happening to me? But what is important is what we do during our times of pain, because pain will change us. The more pain we go through, the more it will change us. And it's up to you whether you let the pain make you a bitter person or a better person. Even though at the time you don't like it, it's developing something inside you that can only be developed during times of pain. Eventually it will pass and you'll get through it, but you will be a different person. You can come out defeated or you can come out with fire, with a new passion, a new person. It's your decision to make. As Jocko Willink mentions in his podcast, there are these weak thoughts that go through every student's mind. Sometimes even on a daily basis, and last year there were probably more than you're used to. These are the weak thoughts that say you've had enough. These are weak thoughts that say you've given it your best shot, you can stand down, you can back off, your grades are good enough, there's no room for improvement. It's these weak thoughts that say it's okay to stop studying, it's okay to settle for mediocre, it's okay to give up. These are the weak thoughts in your mind that act as a defense mechanism. They want to let you escape, to run away. And these are the weak thoughts that you need to fight, that you need to push back. Don't negotiate with these negative thoughts that spring up when you're at your weakest. Because you're in charge, do not let them control you. These thoughts are liars that they just want to bring you down. Think about it, if you give in now, what is that going to mean later? We need to make choices in our lives where even though the decisions we make right now may not be the most comfortable, and maybe we feel like we don't want to study right now, We know that it will help produce great results in the future, whether it be exam day, graduation, when you're applying for an internship or scholarship and you have a strong set of exam results to fall back on. You need to train your mind to push back on the negative thoughts. Train your mind to say, get up, keep fighting. And if that's what you become, if that becomes your gut instinct, if that becomes your natural reaction when negative thoughts pop up in your mind, you will overcome just about anything that stands in your path. And when you do finally perform in the top 0.1%, be prepared. Your life will change like you can't even imagine. You can help people on a scale that is unfathomable. You can buy cars and houses like you didn't think was possible. But be prepared. As you start changing the world, you will be called a freak. You will be called a misfit, greedy. They'll say you got lucky. But remember this. If you don't have people hating on you, then you're not there yet. You can be world class, or you can fit in with the world. You don't get to do both. And in the words of Matthew Hussey, this video was made for all the crazy people, the irrationals, for everyone that doesn't want to just live an average life. In order to craft a life you love more than the life you have today, you have to start being a little irrational. Reasonable people adapt themselves to the world. Unreasonable people attempt to adapt the world to themselves. All progress, therefore, depends on unreasonable people. So you have two options right now. You can either be one of life's reasonable people, or you can be someone who's slightly unreasonable, someone who demands more from life. And if you haven't already started, you can start right now, starting with one small decision. How many hours are you planning on studying tonight or tomorrow? Ask yourself that right now. How many hours are you planning on studying? Great, now double it. Because that's how many hours you will study. It's an easy first step to make, so simple, but it can kick you out of your comfort zone. So you can go with the non-traditional path, the road less traveled, be a leader, be revolutionary. The grades you got in 2020 were a direct result of the studying you did throughout the whole year. Think about that, because it's powerful. Take responsibility for whatever happens to you, knowing that you have consciously made the decisions that have put you in the situation you are in right now. And if you're not happy with your grades, then you know exactly what needs to be done in 2021 to change that. We all have these external things that we blame, and they give us excuses and reasons for our grades. Maybe it was, I didn't have the time, or I didn't have the money, or this happened to me, or that happened to me, my family members, my parents, the country, the economy. It doesn't matter whose fault it is that something is broken, it's your responsibility to fix it. It doesn't matter whose fault it was that you failed your last exam, but you can be damn sure it's your responsibility to make sure it doesn't happen again. Because every time you start blaming someone else, you're giving away your power. You're giving away your power so that you'll have no ability to change what your current circumstances are. You'll have no power to change your life because you're putting it on something outside of yourself that you have no control over. But you have 100% control over yourself, over your own mind, over your thoughts, over your behaviors. You're ultimately the person that decides everything in your life. Your education, your life, your happiness is your responsibility and your responsibility alone. So how will your life get better in 2021? How will your life improve from last year? And if you really are committed to making 2021 the best year of your life and finally make that transformation with your grades that you've been putting off for so long, I have just uploaded a video on exactly what steps you need to take in order to make that transformation. You can click on the video on the screen to watch it because, believe me, New Year's resolutions just don't work. Studies have shown that 92% of people that make New Year's resolutions don't actually end up following through with them by the end of the year. You need to build and implement daily habits into your life that will hold you accountable. So stop studying like an average student and start studying like a top performing student that you know you are capable of. It's a really important video, so I'll see you over there.